Okay, it's the end of January. Maybe you're starting to lose motivation on your New Year goals, or maybe you're still motivated. But if you're starting to lose motivation, if you're struggling to stay focused and stay on track of your goals for the new year, or just goals in general, whatever time of year you're watching this, then this is for you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips to staying focused, to staying motivated on your goals so that you can actually make sure you hit your goals. Because we are done falling off track of our goals. We are done forgetting about our goals. We are staying focused this year, okay? We are achieving our biggest goals and our biggest dreams this year. So let's get into today's video. I feel like the biggest reason that we fall off track of our goals and we lose focus, we lose motivation, is because we're doing things that aren't working. You know, maybe you saw something on TikTok or you saw something on YouTube and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna try this new method of sticking to my healthy habits, whatever it is for you. Maybe it's that you go to the gym first thing in the morning, or maybe it's that you read at the end of the night. Whatever it is that you do, maybe the reason you're not sticking to it is because it's just not working for you. You're just not the type of person that likes to wake up at 5 in the morning and go straight to the gym. Or you're not the type of person that likes to read right before bed. You know, I think it's a good thing to get inspiration from people that you see online, to see what they're doing and see if maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. But I think it's also a good thing to be okay to change and be okay with trying something new. It took me a really long time to build a good morning routine for myself because I wanted to try so many different things, and I let myself try so many different things because we're all different. We all like different things. We all work differently. And so doing what feels best for yourself and what works best for your lifestyle is what's going to allow you to actually stick to things. So if you are watching this in real time, it's now the end of January, and you do find yourself falling off of your goals and falling off of your healthy habits, then take some time to really reflect why that is. You know, is it because you're trying to do some things that you saw online and it's not working for your lifestyle or for your personality? Is there any way that you can switch some things up? You know, maybe go to the gym after work or at the end of the day. I think sometimes when we fall off track or when we stop doing the things that we say we're gonna do, our first immediate thought is to just kind of like judge our own character. Like, oh, it's because I'm lazy. It's because I suck at being consistent to things. It's because I am whatever, fill in the blank with some type of negative word to describe yourself. But what if it's not you? What if it's your systems? What if what you're trying to do just doesn't fit your personality or your lifestyle? It doesn't always have to mean that there's something wrong with your character, with who you are as a person. It could just be the way that you're doing things. And I used to be the same way too. I used to just immediately judge myself as lazy because I didn't want to stay consistent with the gym. But then I realized it's because I was trying to go to the gym on such little sleep. Like I would try to go at 5 in the morning when I went to sleep at midnight. Like that's going to be difficult for anybody to stay consistent with, because I don't know about you, but I cannot survive on 5 hours of sleep. So instead of just immediately calling myself lazy, I'm like, okay, how can I make this easier for myself? How can I make it so that I do actually wake up and go to the gym? And now I know it's like I need to get at least 7.5 hours of sleep. So that means if I want to wake up at 5 in the morning, I need to be in bed by like 9:30. Something else that can really help you stay on track with your goals is to implement some type of reward system. And whenever I used to hear like celebrate your wins or reward yourself for doing certain things, whatever, I used to think that that would mean like buying something or spending money on yourself in some type of way, but it really doesn't have to be so big. You know, it could just be like you check something off, like you have a checkbox of something, of all the things that you're doing, and literally just checking it off. Sometimes that is reward in and of itself, is seeing it like checked off. Or one of my friends, something that she does is she has a jar of white marbles and blue marbles. And every time she wakes up early, she'll move a white marble into the blue marble jar. And just the act of moving one marble to another jar is like a reward system in and of itself, because you're like, I want to get up just so I can put my little marbles into the other jar. And that's how I feel with the whole 12-week year system. If you saw my video where I broke down the 12-week year and I shared with you the Notion template as well, that's how I feel with that Notion template, because I have everything, all of my tasks like written out with like little check boxes next to them. So for me, it's rewarding to just go into my little Notion template and check mark all the things that I did that day. So however you want to do it, but I think implementing some type of reward system just allows you to stay accountable and to stay like motivated, you know, because I think it's easy to just go day by day, like doing the things that make us feel good, doing our healthy habits, like working towards our goals, but not really like stopping to acknowledge like how much we really actually are doing and celebrating ourselves for it. And not just celebrating yourself when you get the thing, when you accomplish the goal, but also celebrating yourself for working towards the goal. Celebrate yourself for going to the gym. Don't just celebrate yourself for losing the weight. Celebrate yourself for making that sales call. Don't just celebrate yourself for getting the $10,000. And again, it doesn't have to be that every single sales call or every single time you go to the gym, you throw yourself a party or you buy yourself something, because I can definitely fall into that. I can definitely convince myself that I need a reward every single time I do something difficult. I'm like, ooh, I deserve a little sweet treat, just a little treat. Another way to stay on track with your goals is to make it super easy for you to stay on track. And I think a really great way to do this is to habit stack. Let's say, for example, you want to read more, but you also want to move your body more and you want to get out in nature more. And you also want to take your dog on walks. Like, these are all habits that you can do together. You know, you can be walking and listening to an audiobook, so you're getting your steps in, and you can be with your dog as well. So now you have 3 habits that you can check off. So asking yourself how you can do more than one thing at a time. Not only that, but something else you can do is just make it easier for yourself to do the habits that you want to do. So if you want to consistently take your vitamins and that's something that you struggle with, keeping your vitamins maybe out right on your bathroom. Something I'm going to be doing differently this year is putting my vision board in my bathroom. I used to have it in my room right at my desk, but honestly, I don't really work at my desk very often. So I just found myself not even looking at my vision board. So this year, I'm going to be putting my vision board in my bathroom so that every time I'm brushing my teeth, every single time I'm doing my skincare, doing my hair, I can spend that time also looking at my vision board, thinking about my visions and my dreams and my goals, and thinking about how I'm going to get towards everything that I desire. Okay, let's be honest. We are not always going to be motivated. We are not always going to want to do the hard things and show up for ourselves, do the healthy habits, do the things that we know are going to get us closer to our goals. But something that will help you is to surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people who support you and who believe in you and who hold you to a higher vision. That's something that I love so much about San Diego, is that there are so many ambitious and like-minded people. I've met so many people who are also self-employed, who have big dreams for themselves. And it's so motivating and inspiring to be in rooms with those people and to be in conversations with those people. Even my immediate friend group, like my best friends, like we're all really ambitious. Like honestly, all of the women in my life are very ambitious and want more for themselves. And I did that intentionally because I didn't used to have friends in my life that were like that. And so I intentionally created this friend group of people who dream big and who have big visions for their life, because I know that that's then gonna motivate me. That's gonna inspire me. When I see my roommate waking up at 6 in the morning to do her hour-long meditation or work on her business late at night, I'm like, damn, I need to be more on top of it. It motivates me. Whereas when all of my friends were just partiers and we're just always going out and traveling, and like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with any of that, but when I want to stay focused, when I want to stay motivated and on top of my goals, it really helps for me to surround myself with people who also are living their lives like that. And if you don't have friends like that, then see how you can start to find friends that are like that. And I think the best way to do that is to go to events. You know, like see if there's any events in your area. There's so many Facebook groups that you can join and just pop in there and be like, hey, like, does anybody live around me who's also an entrepreneur, who's also ambitious, like whatever it is that you do and you want to find people that are similar to you. You can literally find people like that. I think the biggest mistake that we make is thinking that we can do everything on our own. And that is just not the case. Community is so important, and I feel like with the age of social media, like yes, we can, you know, be disconnected from community, but with social media, we also have the advantage of connecting even more with people. It's just the way that you use it. So like I said with the Facebook groups, like you can just drop in there and meet people. That's literally how I've met so many of the friends that I have here in San Diego. I've gone to so many events and in-person things ever since moving here, more than I ever did when I was in Florida. And it's just really, really important to surround yourself with people who also have big visions for their life. Like this past weekend, I went to a manifestation circle and I left that event feeling so nourished. Like my energy just felt so good and like positive after leaving that event. I feel hopeful after leaving events like that. And this can be anything for you. You know, it doesn't just have to be events. It could also be church. It could be volunteering. But being in community with other people, surrounding yourself with people who are like-minded, that is what's really going to help you stay focused on the life that you want to create for yourself. Because something we don't realize is that our environment is so important. Your environment is like a consistent reminder of either the life that you used to live or the life that you want to live. And so I think something else that really helps is to shift your environment. So whether that means rearranging or redecorating your room because it just doesn't make you feel that good anymore, or putting yourself in different environments that allow you to grow even more as a person. And I know that, moving or getting your own place isn't always super realistic or attainable, but like I said, going to more events, hanging out with people who are like-minded. And another thing too is putting yourself in environments and surrounding yourself with people that expand you and that stretch your mind and allow you to see what's possible for you. I feel like I've been talking about this for a minute, but I just really want to emphasize how important your environment is. Not just your physical environment, but also the people in your life. Because when you have somebody in your life who has accomplished something really big or has done something that you want to do, that is evidence that you can do it yourself. And when you are in close proximity to that, you start to really believe in yourself even more. You start to know that it's possible for you. So I think whenever we're starting to lose motivation or we're not super on top of our goals, we're falling off track of our healthy habits and our goals, this is a really quick way to get back on track, is by surrounding yourself by people who inspire you, who have done the things that you want to do. And if it's not possible for you to communicate with these people or to go to events, look on YouTube. Watch YouTube videos of people that inspire you. This is something that I love doing. And going back to the habit stacking, something that has been one of my favorite habits, it's not really that fun for me to do cardio. So I want to make cardio more fun and easier for me to do. So what I've been doing lately is after doing like my strength training exercises at the gym, I'll go on the treadmill, I'll do incline of 12, speed of 3, 12, 3, 30. If you know, you know. And I'll set my phone up on the treadmill and I'll watch some type of YouTube video that's inspiring or that's motivating. I love watching Tam Carr. Don't really know how to say her name, but I love watching her YouTube videos because she's just confident. She is a bad bitch. Like, she's accomplished so much in her life. And I love watching her videos. Her videos make me feel really good. So that's a way that you can surround yourself with people who inspire you without actually going to events or without actually meeting people. And the last thing I want to mention is to remind yourself of your why as often as you can. And have reminders everywhere, all around you, of the life that you're working towards. Because like I've said, your environment is so important. Like I said before, like your environment can either be a reminder of who you used to be, or it can be the vision of the life you want to create. So put reminders everywhere. My roommates and I have like sticky notes around our apartments with affirmations. We have this like sticker on the mirror in our apartment that says, I am abundant. You can make your vision board the background of your phone. Like I said, you can put your vision board in your bathroom. Just having these constant reminders everywhere of this life that you want to create, so that whenever you're just going about your day, you're doing your laundry, you're washing the dishes, you can just look up and be like, oh yeah, that's the life that I'm creating for myself. and it just reminds you and it brings you back into that energy as consistently as possible. Something else you can do too is have like some type of statement of the life that you want to create. So some type of like I am statement, like I am living this life that I want to live, etc., etc. Like going into detail of this life that you want to live in the present tense and reading that every single day, first thing when you first wake up. And these all act as reminders to just remind you of your why, of why you're working towards this. So I really hope that this video helped you, and I hope that you choose to stay consistent with your goals, because this is gonna be your year. We are accomplishing our biggest dreams in 2024. Whenever you're watching this, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.